Welcome to Animate Bible Stories, where timeless Bible events come to life through animation and storytelling. Get ready to witness miracles, battles, and the unshakable power of faith in today's story. The walls of Jericho fell down. The walls of Jericho fell down. Joshua 6 verses 1 to 27. Open book introduction. After 40 long years of wandering in the wilderness, the Israelites finally stood on the edge of the promised land. But before they could settle in, there was one major obstacle in their way: the fortified city of Jericho. Jericho wasn't just any city. It was heavily fortified, with thick, high walls built to keep enemies out. The gates were shut tight because the people of Jericho had heard about the Israelites and were terrified. No one could go in or out. But God had a plan, a strange and unexpected one. Crown God's instruction to Joshua. God spoke to Joshua, the leader of the Israelites. "See, I have given Jericho into your hand, its king, and its mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city, all your men of war. You shall do this once each day for 6 days. And 7 priests shall carry trumpets of ram's horns before the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets. When you hear a long blast and the people shout, the wall of the city will fall down flat." Joshua 6 verses 2 to 5. This wasn't a battle plan that made military sense: no swords, no battering rams, no siege towers, just marching, trumpets, and a shout. They march around Jericho. So Joshua obeyed. Day 1 to 6, every day, for 6 days, the Israelites silently marched once around Jericho. The priest carried the Ark of the Covenant, and 7 priests blew ram's horns, but the people said nothing. Not a word. Only the sound of footsteps and trumpets echoed around the city walls. Imagine the people of Jericho watching from behind their walls, confused, maybe even mocking. But the Israelites obeyed exactly as God commanded. The 7th day. On the 7th day, everything changed. The Israelites rose early. They marched around the city 7 times, just as God had said. On the 7th round, the priest blew a long blast on their trumpets. Then Joshua shouted, "Shout! For the Lord has given you the city." The people raised their voices and gave a mighty shout, a cry of faith and obedience. The walls came tumbling down. As the sound of trumpets and shouting filled the air, something miraculous happened. The walls of Jericho collapsed. Not piece by piece, the Bible says the wall fell down flat, Joshua 6 verse 20, making it easy for the Israelites to go straight in and take the city. God had brought the walls down by His power, not by human strength. What happened next? The Israelites charged in and conquered the city, destroying everything as God had commanded. But one family was spared, Rahab the prostitute and her household, because she had hidden the Israelite spies earlier and trusted in the God of Israel. Joshua declared that Jericho would never be rebuilt, and a curse was pronounced on anyone who tried. Lessons from Jericho. Obedience to God brings victory, even when His instructions don't make sense. God fights for His people, it's not by power or might. Faith breaks down walls, literally and figuratively. God honors those who trust Him, like Rahab. When God gives instructions, even if they seem strange, obedience unlocks His miracles. The fall of Jericho shows us that with faith and trust in God, no wall is too strong to come down. No wall is too high when God is on your side. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories every week. Subscribe to Animate Bible Stories and don't miss our next episode. See you next time.